Howdy, everybody. Tarot from the Divine here. I am so excited I can barely talk. It is time for angels and demons to return under a different format, and it's going to be under the format of soul contracts. Okay? Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself and about my qualifications. When I was very young, I remember my soul contract meeting. Okay? So, and I believe I was given this memory to carry with me so that I can help people in the future when they don't understand why things are happening to them in life. Maybe I can help them figure out what kind of a soul contract they have, what they can expect, how they can learn to deal with the opportunities and the challenges that come to them as they go through life. I can also teach psychic self-defense, and I'm not talking about casting the circle type of psychic self-defense. I'm talking about you're sitting there doing your own thing, minding your own business, and you are ambushed. What do you do? Okay? Because that's how they do it. You know, setting up protective circles and all of that, that's all great and wonderful. I have nothing against that, but this is on the fly psychic self-defense. This is when people are trying to catch you completely off guard, out of your element, away from your home, or in a different part of your home that's not your sacred space. Okay? I have been ambushed many times, and I have been left for dead. And one was particularly bad, and I was put back together, and it took me many years to regain my knowledge. But it's coming back. I've been practicing diligently, and now I have my authority back. And I am authorized to be a liaison between the angelic realm and the demon realm. Okay? And liaison doesn't mean that I talk for the angels to the demons and for the demons to the angels, although I can. They usually communicate that between them. They do communicate. No, liaison is for all you all. Okay? To help all of you. To communicate, to learn how to communicate, and you don't have to do summoning, you don't have to do all of that. So if anyone is interested, I do free consultations, and then if you decide to utilize my services, then I do charge a fee because, a lot of my time is involved, but, I do try to make it affordable, because there's other expenses incurred in doing all of that would be on your part. So I try to make my part, at least affordable. But that's getting ahead of myself. So what's a soul contract? Well, a soul contract is when you decide to come and, as a soul, to have the human experience here on Earth. And so they sit down with you, and you have your angels and you have your demons, and then you have the main, whoever is negotiating, the main negotiator, who is typically a demon because they are the ones that handle the contracts. Okay? They just are. If you think of a used car salesman, you'll know what I mean. And they have to make sure that their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed, and the P's and the Q's are all P's and Q's, and all of that. They have to make sure of all of that, because otherwise the contract can be annulled and they can lose. And they don't like to lose. They try to win at all costs. So, when you sit down to make your soul contract, and this may stir up some memories for some of you, and that's a good thing. When you sit down to make your soul contract, they give you options. Okay? What kind of a life do you think you want to have? And, they give you the options, and then you decide which option you want. And then they make your life plan after that. Okay? So here's some of the soul contract plans. And I can get into other stuff if there's certain subjects that you want me to cover. Certainly, either send me an email or drop it in the comments if you don't mind everyone else, knowing what you want to know. Maybe other people want to know the same thing. Okay? So the first option is Soul Contract Plan Option A. And that is the play now and pay later. And you wouldn't believe how popular this one is. Okay? You get to do whatever you want, regardless of right, wrong, morals, ethics. None of that matters. You just get to do what you want. That's where the narcissists like to go. Okay? There's no karma or punishment at the time unless you were caught or imprisoned. You have total freedom of choice. You can choose to do it or not. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. That's why you see people and you just don't understand it. How are they doing all of this stuff and they just keep getting away with it and keep getting away with it and keep getting away with it? Well, they've chosen this option most likely of play now and pay later. All right? You can acquire whatever you want by any means you see fit. Cheating, lying, stealing, dishonesty, etc. are all encouraged. Now, when it comes time to pay, sometimes an extended contract is offered to give you a chance for redemption. Okay? If you haven't been totally off the charts, then sometimes they will offer you a plan for redemption. And then, your contract continues, and then you have to go around and you have to basically, that's when people say they got saved. Okay? That's where that comes in. Before they were sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and everything that goes with it. And then they got saved, and now they have to live this righteous life, and they have to go around doing good deeds. Well, they're trying to offset the karma that they've gained and that they've earned in order to have a chance at their soul moving forward. And then at the final time of judgment, all of your actions are weighed, and it's determined how much and what you must pay for, the length of time and punishment, and to what degree you must suffer, are all determined, and you reincarnate to begin your payment, or you suffer in hell, or you get a work release where, you suffer in hell, but, you get a job where maybe you're in the medical field, or you save lives, or you have to go do something to earn your way out of hell. Okay? So that's the play now, pay later plan. It's very popular because people don't pay attention to this fine print, because they figure that they're going to, by the time that time comes around, they're going to figure a way out of it. Okay? And these are the people that will do contract extension after contract extension. They're going to change things up. They're going to try and do all of this stuff in order to avoid paying. Okay? And I forgot to mention, with all of these contract plans, you have to offer up collateral. And it has to be something very important to you. And that if you lose, not only do you have to pay, but they take your collateral. So, I wouldn't offer up your soul if I were you. And I wouldn't offer up any other people, and I wouldn't offer up my pets. Offer up something material that means a lot to you, but you can get along without it. And if they won't take it, then that could be a sign to you not to do that deal. That could be a sign to you to maybe take one of these other deals. Or maybe you're not ready for the human experience. There are souls that aren't ready for the human experience. And that's okay. That's good. So that's the option A, okay? Now, let's use these. The next one is option B. And option B is there's option A. Option B is the pay-as-you-go plan. Okay, so you build up good karma to offset your playtime, which is where most of the time that's where you earn your bad karma. Okay? If you run out of good karma while you're playing and you keep playing, then you're getting into bad karma, and then you run into karmic debt. Okay? If you continue to play and ignore the bad karma building up in your life, you will be warned. Okay? They will send clear warnings. And warnings can be in the form of, being arrested, being fined somehow. Things in your life are just going to kind of go to shit. And so that's your warning, okay? Now, after the warnings go ignored, you are automatically moved into option A, which is the play now and pay later, because obviously you're not interested in, trying to go back and offset your bad karma. You're having too much fun playing. And so you just want to keep playing. So they'll move you into option A, and they'll stack it all up at the end. And whatever your collateral was is probably gone. Okay? When payment time comes around, all your actions, thoughts, deeds, everything is weighed. Any good karma that you have accumulated and not used up will be applied, and the balance left is what you have to pay or are rewarded. You can get through this and receive reward at the end, but you have to offset all of your playtime. You have to offset all of your negative thoughts, deeds, emotions, all of that with the positive ones, okay? And in this tense, I am not speaking like a battery. Some people like to get literal with this. I'm speaking like most people take it, negative and positive, negative, bad, positive, good, okay? Just so we're clear. Some people like to play word games with this, and they're just confusing the issue. All right, the last option is the pay now, play later, or the pay ahead plan. Okay? This life is a hard life. You receive bad karma for things that you didn't do. You don't deserve it. You are constantly tempted by demons to do things, they will tempt you to do things to earn yourself bad karma, so that then you go into karmic debt. Okay? Your good deeds, efforts, and thoughts give you good karma, but you receive very little of it because most of it is put into a bank, a karma bank. Okay? Where it sits there and builds up, and it's a reserve. You will constantly be tempted to retaliate, which will give you earned bad karma or karmic debt, because you are taking matters into your own hands. And remember who gets vengeance, all right? Not you. You are allowed to defend yourself, okay? You are allowed to do return to sender, you're allowed to do psychic self-defense, you're allowed to speak up, you're allowed to do all these things. Now, they will retaliate, but that's giving themselves bad karma. You don't worry about their karma, you just worry about yours. When payment time comes around, all of your actions, deeds, thoughts, etc. are weighed. Your unearned karma, the stuff that people throw on you, the projection, the trying to switch places with you, trying to give you their bad karmas, and they try to take yours, stealing your inheritance, all of that. Your unearned karma, that's all unearned karma. Your unearned karma is credited to your banked good karma, and your earned karma, stuff that you did that earned you karma, is deducted from that. Okay? The balance is the amount of good karma that will be rewarded to you in the way of, things, material possessions, spiritual gifts, a better life. Okay? So you are working towards a better life when you are in this plan. And, you will experience it's not a good life. But in the end, if you keep this in mind and you're like, the goal is better than anything I could do, and I know that they are going to receive theirs when it is time for them to be judged, I just have to make it through this. And each situation you have to make it through, and you have to learn the lessons that they give you. These people are all giving you lessons, and you have to recognize it and learn the lesson. And once you learn the lesson, guess what? They can't keep giving it to you. Okay, you've learned the lesson, so they have to come up with something different. After a while, they start running out of stuff to challenge you with. And then your life sort of improves after that. I mean, it doesn't get fantastic, wonderful, but it improves, and it gets them to back off, especially when you learn how to do return to senders, psychic self-defense, all of that. Then they think twice about whether or not they are going to come after you. Okay? So here's this one. All right, now the final thing is, once you've figured out which plan you're taking, options A, B, or C, then you get your life lesson plan, okay? And the lesson plan for your life is based on the soul contract option you choose. Option A, pay now, play later, or play now, pay later. Angels will try to give you options and opportunities, and demons will tempt you. You will be very busy playing, and you're probably not interested in the options or opportunities to learn the lessons and get through. You want to play and pay. You don't want to, you are more interested in having fun, whatever is fun to you in life. That's what you want to do. You don't want to mess with anything else. Now, you can get through this and still get reward, but you have to make all the right choices. You have to play for the good of everyone else. You don't play for your own good, you're playing for the good of everyone else. Now, some people can do that. Very few. Most people fall into the it's all about me, I'm the narcissist, da 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 da, okay? But there are some that can make it through on option A and still get rewarded. Not very common. Option B, the pay as you go. It's the most popular plan. The angels will be heavily involved, giving you opportunities to learn lessons, while demons will give you challenges to put you in karmic debt instead of learning the lessons, or learning the lessons the hard way. Okay? They will trick you, they will, and that is where most of the upcoming angels and demons explanations will fall into this option B, because that's where they're the most active. And then option C is pay now and play later. Your life will be a dumping ground for everyone else's negative emotions, actions. They're going to project onto you. You will be blamed for things you didn't do, but you will have some bright spots in your life. Okay, your entire life isn't going to be absolutely awful. There will be bright spots in your life. And you are allowed to defend yourself without punishment, within reason. Return to sender, psychic self-defense. Make my day law. They attack you. You are allowed to defend yourself. Okay? So that is the first installment here. Tomorrow I will be bringing out the first set of angel and demon. And it's very similar. It's the same cards that I've been using, but I'm bringing them out in a different context. All right? So I'm looking forward to you joining me. I'm looking forward to being able to help you. If you have questions, if you are approached by a demon, or in your dreams someone's trying to make a deal with you, please reach out to me and I can give you a consultation on it. Okay? I can help you with ideas on what to do. Okay? Other than that, hey, until next time, have a great day.